Hey people, Cade Slink here. How are we doing? So today we're going to be looking at two new characters that are coming into the game very soon. I'm going to be going through my opinions of my initial thoughts on these characters. Big disclaimer before we carry on that this has not been Snowprint approved, so they could change last minute. So they haven't given that approval from Snowprint. Change. These have been data mined, took from every source I can. So it's just a disclaimer there before we carry on. So let's have a look. So we have the Deathleaper and Njal Stormcaller. Now, again, artwork as always look amazing for these guys. I think they're going to be some great characters into the game. We're going to have a quick look at their abilities and go through each one as we go through the video. So first we're going to be looking at the Deathleaper, and what it says in the name, I think this guy is going to be great, just leaping around the battlefield. So he has the fear of the unseen, so if the Deathleaper has not moved this turn, it's not in deep strike, all enemies within 2 hexes get suppressed and trigger battle fatigue if they have it. The Deathleaper enters deep strike again, and in its next turn, that Deathleaper can also move to any 3 hex on the battlefield with tall grass or synapse range, regardless of the distance to enemies. Amazing. And his attack deals an additional 3 times direct damage. So what I can make of that is, let's say you kind of like deep striked in your first turn, moved somewhere. The next turn, if you're not deep striked and there's no enemies within 2 hexes, you can kind of like do this and deep strike again, or all enemies within 2 hexes are safe. So let's say you move, deep strike, do your business. Second turn, don't deep strike, fear the unseen, move out, and any enemies will get suppressed as you move out, and you can kind of like move somewhere else. That's the kind of impression I get. So it's going to be a character that's going to move around, and if you just have a look at his traits, he has Infiltrate, which is going to be a blessing for this guy. And this guy, I think, is going to be someone that's going to cause a headache for the Overwatch characters. So, and that's what we need. Someone in arena, tournament arena, them kinds of modes. You know what I mean? This guy is just going to cause you bother on the backfield, and it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to kind of testing him out and see how he goes. The feeder tendril, so if the Deathleaper has moved adjacent to the melee target this turn, it deals extra damage and also heals itself and suppresses the target for 1 round. So all in all, it does sound really good. Like I said, it's got Deep Strike, Infiltrate, which I think is the first character to have both their traits. Again, on paper, he sounds great. I'm going to guess he's going to be a bit squishy, so he's probably going to be not the best armor and health, but I do reckon he's going to hit pretty hard. So yeah, until we know more and see him in action, I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to look like. My impression is I think it's going to be good, especially for the tournament arena and arena against the kind of Overwatch problem. So next we have the Stormcaller himself. Again, it looks great. The artwork looks amazing. The traits, he's got Terminator armor, he's a Psyker, and he's also got Unstoppable, so he can move around, ice, fire, all that grubbins without taking any minuses. So he targets an enemy within 3 hexes. The target's hex and all adjacent hexes get covered in ice. All enemy units standing on hexes covered in ice are dealt psychic damage. Flying enemies damaged this way also get stunned for 1 round. So this guy, straight away in my mind, is going to be great with Ulf. You imagine Ulf with his special, hitting down, and it covers what, 5-6 hexes of ice. With this guy coming in as well, it's going to be ice everywhere and extra damage for this guy as well. If you look at the Lord of the Tempests, so normal attacks deal extra damage for each hex surrounding him that is covered in ice. The hex of each enemy that is hit by Njal's normal attacks is covered in ice at the end of the attack. So it's literally going to be ice everywhere. Like I said, you can get Ulf in and do his kind of special, get ice covered on the ground everywhere. This guy's going to come in and just put more ice, but just more damage. So again, it's going to be interesting to see what he's like on the battlefield. He does sound great. I think the Space Wolves as a faction, when they're fully done, are going to be just great, especially 2-3 of them. We've also know that we've got this next guy, which I've gone through before. I'll put a link in the end of the video. I'll discuss him in a lot more detail. Ragnar, he's going to be coming soon, but it looks at the end of, I don't know if it's this month or I think it's the next legendary event, could be the end of this month. Not too sure on the date. So yeah, this guy, again, if we go back and look at his abilities and think of Ulf and think of the new guy, Stormcaller, just how great these trio are going to be. So Warhound, so quickly go through, use the ability only when Ragnar hasn't moved. Until the end of this turn, Ragnar and all friendly characters that don't have range attacks gain unstoppable. An extra damage, crit, and an also additional damage up to a maximum of so much damage. After using Warhound, Ragnar can move and perform a normal attack. So that's pretty good for Ragnar himself, but it's this saga of the warrior born. So if Ragnar has come into contact with melee target this turn, he deals extra hits, and his critical hits deal an extra critical damage. But if Ragnar has defeated one or more enemy characters this battle, friendly Space Wolves can also gain this ability. So you can imagine the likes of Ragnar, Ulf and Stormcaller all together. Them three, I just think are going to be such a great unstoppable force. So there we have it. We've got 4 great characters all coming to the game soon. All going to bring very different modes to the games. We have Ragnar, who we know is coming soon. We have Stormcaller. We have the Deathleaper. We have the Tyrannid Winged Prime coming. So lots to look forward to. All going to be bringing so much to the game. I'm excited. It's exciting times coming. Who's my favourite I'm looking forward to out of all of them? It's probably the Deathleaper and I'd say Ragnar. I don't know, I'm excited from all, even the Stormcaller, because I'm a big fan of the Space Wolves, so I'm looking forward to getting that trio kind of built up and just seeing the mayhem they can cause on there. So yeah, there we go. Let me know what you guys think. Is there any characters you're looking forward to? Is any of these characters you think are going to do well in a certain mode? Yeah, let me know in the comments below. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'll put a link at the end where I discuss more about Ragnar in a previous video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all the support. Take care. Bye bye.